Hey, baby, welcome back to Unlicensed and Unbothered. If Monday's about reflection,
Mhm,
Friday is for the drama,
mhm.
and Saturday is where we give way too much advice, then Wednesday is where we cut through the hype.
Yeah, so guys, today's episode, we are going to de-influence you. I feel like I didn't say that right, but yeah. So it's basically us talking about all the things the internet swears you need, like a Labubu and a
Ugh,
Labubu matcha, a Labubu coffee, or whatever, right? And we are here reminding you that, hey, actually, you don't need three pairs of the same shirt. You actually don't need 70 Stanleys.
real,
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Quick update though before we get into it. So today was my first real day on the job.
Okay.
I know. Like on Monday, I told you guys that I prepped for last week, and last week was this week. But essentially, I think it went quite well. I think the clients actually really like me, which
Okay.
it feels good to say. I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah. And then there's me who's hating adulting right now and hating life and hating uni. Because why have I been spending a little too much time looking at internships, not even for like this month or this year, for next year, because that's how internships fucking work in my field, right?
Mm.
And honestly, guys, like I'm just been opening applications and then immediately closing them when I see cover letter required. What the fuck do you mean cover
Mm.
letter required? Why can't I
Mhm.
just submit my fucking resume and then you accept me or like accept me for an interview? Then I go tell you why you should hire me for this internship or this job. Like, why do you need a fucking cover letter?
Preach, because sorry, why is McDonald's asking me what I'm going to be doing in 10 years and name three business strategies to up the company? Babe, your company is already up. You know what it needs to
Yeah.
up your fucking wages and give
Yeah.
me a job.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Mhm.
between work, internships, and trying to have a life, we're help we're here to help you guys figure out what's worth your time and money and what's just another overhyped trend because I wish I had someone to tell me otherwise, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, wait, so that like a Kardashian. Guys,
Rise and
guys,
shine.
arise and shine. Does it show that we are on the internet a lot? It's okay. But, guys, welcome back to this podcast. I'm actually very glad that you're here with us. And before you listen on, pause it, go get a snack, go get your favorite drink, get comfy, because this is gonna be a long episode of just us ranting,
Real.
right? And trying to influence you. So let's get right into it. So
Big
Diva, do you want me to say this first or should you? Because I feel like you have a more passionate
mm,
feeling about this
I
specific
think
topic.
let's collaborate, but I will start us off, right? Because I fucking hate this. Tell me why kids under the age of like I'm gonna say 13 is a good, but probably like 8 years old or something. Why the fuck
Be
are
for real,
they in
they're like 8, 9.
Sephora, Ulta, fucking all these stores buying makeup and skincare for their fucking virgin skins? Right, skins.
Exact
Mm.
skins. But yeah, guys, I was literally in where was I? I was in Sephora. Yeah, I was in Sephora maybe a month back. I was getting some makeup that Diva was making me get because apparently my makeup is not the best. But
Shut up, it's good. She's getting better. She's learning. She's
I'm
great.
learning. I'm learning. It was I did my like first full beat ever and it honestly turned out
It
really
slayed.
good.
It was so good.
Yeah, yeah. But I was getting I think I was getting concealer, a new lip liner, and something else that I am not remembering right now. But it was just me with this Sephora like worker and she was helping me out like color matching me then all of a sudden, I hear these shrilling little voices with their Starbucks in hand. No, we're in Canada. Tim Hortons, actually. Somewhere we're having Starbucks and some are having Tim Hortons. It's very weird, right? And then they they didn't even go to the Drunk Elephant where most kids go to. They went to Estee Lauder. Guys, if you don't know skincare, you're not a makeup person. Estee Lauder is freaking expensive. It's like
Mm.
$100 or even more for like a syrup.
It's good shit, but it's like,
It
okay,
is
the
really
the
good.
best example is, like, think rich old lady that's been, working with that one like, sorry, using that one company for years and years, she knows what she likes, and it's good. It's like
It's
the products
that.
that were made, like, years ago that have fucking good ass formulas, and they're not trying
It
to, like,
is.
cheap out.
It's really, really good. Before it, and I would, but they were quite young. I would say 8, 9. They were going to Estee Lauder. A lovely, nice attendant, like, she went, she's like, "Hey, guys, like, how can I help you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a retinol," and I'm like, "I," and people on TikTok are saying that Estee Lauder is really good, and the attendant baffled. Everyone near baffled, and we're like, "Oh, retinol, like, retinol is not for you guys' age, like, it's really actually can harm you guys' skin. Why don't we," and she's like, "This brand is actually really expensive, and I don't think your parents want you spending so much money on this. So why don't we go to The Ordinary, which is a very affordable, yet very, very good skincare
Mhm.
base," right? And she's like, "Why don't we get you, like, maybe a moisturizer or even, a lip balm? Because little kids honestly don't need much, like, they just need a moisturizer because skin can get very dry, and a lip balm to just feel
And
cute."
maybe some
And
SPF, some
yeah, no, actually, yeah,
sunscreen.
SPF, SPF. And she's like, "No, no, no, I don't wanna look old soon." I'm like, "Mind you, kid's 8. Kid has a long time to age."
Mhm.
And and, um, I I remember learning this in bio, if you use retinol at such a young age, you actually age way faster.
Mm.
And I think and that's what the attendant was trying to, like, tell these kids, like, "Actually, this is, like, very harmful for your skin. You can actually age greater than this." She's like, and the little kid's like, "What do you know? You just work in Sephora. My mom is like my mom is a lawyer. My mom's this, my dad's this." And the attendant's like, "Okay, but I wanted to say I don't give a fuck, but you
Let
can't
me
say that
let
to little
me
kids."
let me interrupt you for a second. Guys, I
So
just wanna tell you guys that retinol is something that they recommend you start using from, like, your from, like,
mid-20s.
20s, yeah, to 30s and stuff. So it's like, you need to, like, be on the verge of, like, maybe getting some fine lines. Not
Yeah,
when you're 8 years old and you haven't even, um
had acne or
gotten no, no, no,
anything.
not even that, you've not even lost your first set of teeth.
Exactly. And then these little girls, oh my gosh, they were going to expensive brands and they were not buying. Diva, they were making a mess. They were like, what were the brands? They were taking like lipsticks, smudging it all over their fingers, putting it on their faces, and there's attendants, like attendees, right, going after them of Sephora workers because like, what are they supposed to do? There's no parents
Mm.
anywhere, right? The little kids did say something very disrespectful that I'm not gonna say on here, cause that honestly, it shook the whole like, everyone in the store heard what the little kid said, and we were very shocked on what she said. She said something very, very bad, and we were I the social, not social not social worker, the Sephora worker next to me was looking for a parent, cause obviously where there's kids, there are parents. But there were no parents, and I'm like, and yes, I'm in Canada.
Mhm.
Is it safe? Kind of, but it's not as safe as, like, Singapore, the UAE, right? Where there's police and, like, security everywhere. These little kids were going crazy at Sephora. They were screaming, and they were mixing stuff together. They were going to the most expensive things and ruining it. They were causing such a havoc in Sephora that the security had to, like, walk them out. But still, no parents.
What I'm gonna say is, I remember reading this on the news. I don't remember exactly where it was, but there was this mall or something. Oh no, it was. I think it was in like Bahrain, where they banned like people under the age of like I don't know if it's 16, 18, some age, right? Where they were not legally allowed to like enter a mall after a certain time or something without a supervised adult because they like went insane, right? Ruined, like just broke things, behaved irrationally. They were just horrible, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm gonna say before we move on to the next thing is literally, this beauty industry we have, right? It thrives on people's insecurities. That's what it's
yeah,
built on. I love wearing makeup, and I'm still gonna say this, right? A lot of the times there are certain things I hide with makeup, right? Whether it's like some scars I have or like dark circles, something, right? There is always a reason why people apply makeup. And a lot of it's just to make you feel beautiful, but it's also to enhance your features, right? But now when it's trickling down into like literal children, right? I hate the fact that it's literally kids are aging they're trying to age backwards even before they've aged forwards. Like, why are you 8 trying to get rid of wrinkles? You're 8. You won't get
yeah.
wrinkles for another like 10, 15 years. What is wrong with you? But okay, the next thing that we want to speak about is the idea of
People
when
not.
people normalize bullying online. I
Yeah.
hate that shit.
Sorry, my messages are going crazy. Like, yeah, like everyone, right, on the internet or like even in general, right?
Mhm.
Just thinks being mean on social media equals having a personality.
Have
No,
you have you
it
noticed
doesn't.
this thing on TikTok? It's this trend, I think, where you open a comment section and it's literally like a lot of it, if they're not maybe a conventionally attractive person or something, or even if they are, but they've done something questionable, people will absolutely take the piss out of them. They will be so horrible. Sorry, you will have people on the internet like be like say shit about like I don't know someone like Bella Hadid. Like she is a
I am
beautiful woman,
Bella Hadid.
there is
Sorry.
there are so many, I think everyone is beautiful in their own way. I
Yeah.
have sometimes, had thoughts like that and I am like I will talk about it myself. I have told Nuha that I'm trying to like do better, right? When I look at a person, if I have nothing nice to say in like my head, I will just scroll because me going well I've never written horrible things in a comment section, but if I was someone that would, I guarantee you, me saying something would harm them in such a way that I couldn't imagine because you don't know how powerful your words are. And I hate the fact that it's so normalized that like
Yeah.
people have made it like this culture that's like, oh yeah, it's chill. Like, oh, this person looks like shit. Ha ha ha. Fuck off. Fuck right off. You look like shit, dumb cunt. Sorry.
Yeah, like, sorry. Yeah, but she gets really heated on these topics, but people call it funny or savage, but most of the time, and all of the time actually, it's just thinly veiled bullying, and the more we start normalizing it, the more casual cruelty, sorry, becomes part of, like, internet culture, right?
Mm.
And the scary part is how quickly it's spreading, especially to, like, younger people who start to think that being harsh or tearing others down is the same thing as being confident or even, like, witty. So it's like we've confused cruelty with charisma, and we need to stop it and actually be like, "Actually, bullying is not okay." Bullying
It's weird.
it's weird. You were weird for being a bully. You were
What
weird for being
we've said
actually
this a
going
hundred
bully.
times, but like you are such a fucking loser, right? Okay. You know what, Noah? Move on to the next thing because I am getting triggered right now.
Yeah, okay. So the next thing is faking a mental illness for clout.
Mm.
So it's kind of like when relatable content kind of blurs into glamorizing or straight up, honestly, people straight up start lying about like mental health conditions or even just any conditions. Like I've seen people fake cancer. Like, why are you? It's not
What are
cool
you
to fake
getting out
cancer.
of it? Do you really want to be able do you really want to be going through those things? Those things are so bad. Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
be people
Or
that
faking having
survive.
depression,
Yeah.
anxiety, autism. Like,
Noha, Noha, do you remember in 2020 when it was such like a trend to like what was it? Pretend to have like schizophrenia or like
yeah.
multiple personality disorder?
Yeah, I've seen like, honestly, I think we've just hit a weird point online where being relatable has turned into, like, glamorizing mental illness, like, and the problem is it kind of diminishes the reality of what people with those conditions are actually going through. Like, instead of, like, creating empathy towards them, it kind of feeds into the cycle of performative vulnerability. Like, struggle is just being another it's like another kind of aesthetic, which pisses me the fuck off, right? And the more that happens, the harder it really becomes for real people, like for people who actually do have it, to be heard and to be like, yeah, and it's hard for people to feel safe talking about what's actually happening to them
Mm,
because I obviously I'm in studying psychology. So I know what schizophrenia, personality disorder, bipolar disorder. I know what these all these disorders do to people. Like I also have some mental illnesses and I know what it does. And I see people faking it or laughing about it and I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like this is not funny. This is someone's life. Like
mm.
there was a creator online. Oh my gosh, I think it was people in 2020, 2021 will know who this person is. I forgot about her. She recently showed up on my For You page. Um, she was faking autism, right? No, like autism and tics. So tics is where people like say stuff and they have no control over it, you know? And they say the same things and but like I can't really explain what tics is very easily, but they say stuff and they don't really mean it. They can't stop themselves. So there
Mm.
was this girl who was faking it, right? And people were supporting her. And once they found out about it, they were hating on her. Kind of rightfully so, because but what was sad is there was another creator, right? And there are other few creators who talk about tics and like autism, and people were thinking that they were lying too. So it actually does affect real people who are actually going through this and are trying to build and tell people like how it actually is and to try to talk about it. It honestly, it sucks. It really fucking sucks. But
It's so weird because it's like when people are going through these things, you know, when I was going through a lot of this, this one thing I kept saying to everyone was I would never wish this upon my worst enemy. And I'm like, babe, what are you getting out of it? But okay, I feel like this doesn't link to it at all. This links to kind of what I said, but risking your life for trends. I think we really need to de-influence this because I've noticed this on TikTok. It was like trending a few weeks ago, right? I think it was a Kanye West song, and which fuck him first of all. But anyways, where they were like hanging off of these like objects, I'd say like um
oh yeah, like a bridge,
a pole,
yeah, but really
uh
long pole and
yeah,
like
like a sign, let's say really high up or whatever. And or, you know, like when people were like fucking eating Tide Pods and shit, like all of that shit, I fucking hate it. You have you have one life. Why the fuck are you risking it for a trend? Like all I thought, right, was that whole Tide Pod trend where I was like, someone is going to die. You're gonna see it on the news that says, "Oh, um, this person
Someone
age
has.
17
Someone has, you know?
from
And,
that
like,
trend."
all these from Tide Pods, yeah.
Oh,
There are
no, no,
people who have
no.
been
I mean
oh,
the hanging off of things, that one.
oh, no, no, no,
That's what
I
I meant.
haven't.
All I kept thinking was, you are gonna see on the news, like, John something, age 17, died from doing this TikTok trend. Everyone be safe, think twice. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What?
Yeah, it's
Like
like
for what, 1,000,000 likes?
yeah, it's framed like a challenge or a joke, but the stakes are basically life and death, right? And the scary thing is how quickly the reality gets blurred.
Mm,
And I I'm gonna kinda be honest, it's mostly, like, Gen Alpha, millennials, and, like, I would kinda say Gen Z, but also really not. But it's mostly Gen Alpha and millennials and, like, maybe early, like, Gen Z, like, 2000s,
yeah.
um, like, 2000 to 2001, right? They're there are creators and those specific creators, right? They are dying for clout. And when the algorithm rewards it, and the algorithm does reward it, which sucks, right?
Mm.
And it makes you wonder, at what point, right, did we decide that going viral is worth more than being safe or even being alive? Because there was this app going on around when we were younger. It was a whale. I just remember this app. It was something about a whale, and it
Oh,
would give you
yeah.
dares. It would give you dares, and some of the dares literally told them to
To kill
commit.
themselves? Yeah.
Yeah, and people were doing it for clout. And
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, it was just crazy. But let's go on to the next one, which is cancel culture. Cancel culture, right?
Yes.
So
Abso-fucking-lutely.
right. It was supposed to be about accountability, right? About holding people in power responsible. But somewhere along the way, it turned into like really weird entertainment. So people would start digging up tweets from like 2016, early 2000s, right? And they will cancel someone overnight, right? For something that people can grow from or like might not even agree to it anymore because when we were young, right, we said a lot of crazy things. But billionaires, millionaires, rich people, right, exploiting workers, they get a free pass. People who work in like pharmaceutical companies, they get a free pass. It shows how we confuse justice with spectacle. Like how it's easier to attack a single person for clout than actually challenging systems of power.
You know,
Uh,
Nuha. Oh, wait,
yeah.
sorry. I just wanna say that an example of this is when you go to one of those comment sections on a video where people are like, "Eat the rich," and you'll have some absolute idiots, right, in the writing like, "Well, it's their money. They can do whatever they want. Like, it's their choice. It's their blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, you have nothing. Why the fuck are you defending someone that can buy you? And I mean literally buy you. They can traffic you. You will go missing tomorrow. Like, that was that whole thing with the whole Jeff Bezos and like the his wedding in Venice and stuff. And like, then I think he changed the location because people like protesting and stuff. And I'm like, that's what you need to do. You need to hold them accountable because these people are building their wealth over like on top of your backs. They are literally
Yeah.
they are like where I think this was like Mark Zuckerberg's like it's his AI something. I saw a video recently where it was this lady that like lives near one of these like AI, centers and there was loads of like iron in her water and like her water supply was getting screwed up and stuff. And there was this comment that was like, "Oh, well, why did you choose to live near one of those centers?" And it was like, "Fucking dumb bitch. Do you realize that she probably lived there before it was built?" Like, why
Yeah.
are you attacking the wrong people? You know, I'll give you an example. There's like James Charles, and there was someone else, right? And James Charles was like, outed as like being a child predator. And don't cancel us, guys. You guys said it yourselves. But he is still so relevant. But there are certain individuals that will just, make a silly joke, and you'll be like, "Oh, cancel them, cancel them, cancel them." Same with like, I had actually done, for one of these like tests I had. It was like a communication thing. I had done this thing about cancel culture, and we were talking about like, when people, I'm not going to say the word, but T-rism, right? And they started attacking the wrong people and they ruined their lives. And when the right people's names came out and stuff, they were like, oh, no one in public issued an apology because people have no, um, I forgot the word, but they take no responsibility. I hate when cancel culture is, put on the wrong thing. Anyways, I digress. I think we've been waffling for way too long. I
Yeah,
really want to continue this
so
next
let's
time.
yeah, this is gonna be a multiple episode thing. But the next Diva has a deep hate for this. I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's Mariglia Tabby shoes? The one that kinda looks like
Margie
a calf.
Margiela, I think? I don't know.
Margiela. It kinda looks like a hoof for a
Mm.
shoe. So
I hate it. I fucking hate it. I think it's ugly as shit. I I fucking hate it. Also, before we just wrap it up, because I hate the idea of people going to debt for stupid shit. There's a guy that has a podcast, I don't remember his name, that speaks to people that like are in loads of debt and stuff. He's like really popular. Um, I have met so many people in the UK that romanticize getting some fucking shit ass degree, right? That will probably never get them a job. Um, a degree that they might not even want, and they're just getting it to like please, I don't know, fuck knows what. And they get into student debt. And I'm not even joking, guys. There are people that genuinely believe that student debt's something you don't need to pay off. And I need to make this very clear for anyone that's going to student debt to a stupid shit uni with a shit degree. They will garnish your wages. They will take that money from you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. When you get that job, they will take that money. And that interest is so fucking high, especially in the UK, that if you pay the minimum amount in 10 years, with how high that interest rate is, you will have probably made the slightest dent in it. So,
yeah,
moral of the story, don't get a shit degree from a shit uni and think it's worth it because it's fucking not. Use your
yeah,
brain and do something fucking better. Right,
yeah,
that is it for today's de-influence. I'm fucking done. I'm
yeah.
done.
So the moral of the story, don't let the internet gaslight you into thinking a water bottle. Oh, just like a water bottle or a lip oil or some random fucking gadget for your water bottle or for your lip gloss is gonna change your life.
Literally, because if you genuinely like it, babe, fine, buy it. But if
Yeah,
not, congrats, you just saved yourself 60 bucks.
right. Like spend it on food, spend it on needs. Like maybe you're paying off your mortgage. There you go. You're paying off your student debts. There you go. Or even like therapy, you
Real.
know? Because
Need it.
some people need it and just need to talk. Like spend it on food, water, clothes, but not like crazy clothes, like just like simple clothes that you might need, right?
Mm,
Or yeah, don't spend it on a Labubu. Don't
real.
spend it on 7 different pairs of the same shirt. Don't spend it on 70 I hate Stanleys.
I know.
I get it, but why do you need 70 Stanleys? Or why do you need 70 Coach bags
Mm,
that
mm-hmm.
but in
Facts.
different designs? It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Real, real. But you know what? I we'll see you on Friday, babe. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
worked up.
Yeah, honestly. But I know you guys miss us already.
Good. We like to leave you wanting more. Consider this your new addiction.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.